What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Frcture by Mntra. This is a playable instrument and it is free until January 15th. I definitely recommend going and swoop this up. You basically use this instrument inside Mandala, which is their free instrument player. This plugin is basically a mixture of piano and some synths, but it's so much more than that. It has effects and it has all different kind of things that you can do, and the GUI is pretty fire. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. Some, hit the key. All right, guys. So when you open up the plugin, it's gonna look like this, except for it is gonna be all black. I've already loaded Frcture up, so you can see part of it in the background. Again, you will need the Mandala instrument player in order to play this instrument, but again, it is free. When you download the Mandala instrument player from the website, it's really simple. It's got an auto installer, so it'll automatically install it for you. All you'll have to do is drag the library, the HR file, into the same folder in which Mandala installed. For me, it installed in VST 3s, and then it'll find it. And then once you open up the plugin, in order to get your sound sculpture or to get your instrument library, all you'll do is click on it. They do have a bunch more free libraries as well, so I would recommend checking those out too. But with no further delay, let's go ahead and get into the plugin. So when you get into the plugin, you're going to have different categories from your singles, pianos, long, arps, and then overworld. So if you click on singles, boom, you'll see some of the presets over here. I believe there's either 40 or 50 presets. I can't remember off the top of my head. But once you click on one, you'll just have to hit this perform button and it'll bring you to this menu right here. I made a little sample beat, as always, using only melodic sounds from this plugin. One thing I will say about this plugin, it was giving me issues when I did load up multiple instances, when I was loading up like 3 or 4 instances of the plugin. So basically I did export the samples out. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that. But this is basically what the sample beat sounds like. It's super basic, so let's go. All right, so that's the little beat that I put together for you. I didn't throw any outside VSTs or stock plugins or anything like that on any of the sounds. That's everything that came out of the plugin. So let's go ahead and open Frcture back up. So now what's cool about this plugin is that the GUI is actually interactive. So if I move like around in the GUI, it'll move these knobs over here, or these levers over here, or whatever you want to call them. So this is the first sound. All right, so now what's fire about this plugin is once I start moving these knobs around, it's gonna give it a different sound, so watch. So as you can see, that's pretty dope. It gives it some movement, and each different preset has different effects that affect the plugin. And so we'll go over all this here in just one moment, because they have a matrix, they have effects, or an arpeggiator. You can stack sounds and layer sounds and stuff like that. And again, I can't stress, for free, this is a super fire plugin. So let's go ahead and go to another sound. We'll just hit this piano close. And I'm just gonna play just some basic chords that I have in here already. So what's nice about this too is even if I move over here in certain spots of the screen, you'll see how it's changing the contrast and all that other stuff in the middle. Typically this would change the intensity. But maybe on this one's a little different. So every sound's a little different, you know? So that's pretty cool. But you know, just move your stuff around here in different spots in the screen and it's just interactive. That's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and go to the next sound. It's piano far. So that's pretty nice as well. We're going to go ahead and go to the next sound. And with this next sound, I'm going to go through some of this effects and all this other stuff just so that you can kind of get a feel for some of the things that you can do with this plugin. So this is basically just a synth. It's just a Rogue bass and it sounds like this. But now once I start adding some of these effects over here, now listen to it. All right, now what's nice about this plugin, if I come over here to Matrix, and if I click on one of these, I can stack other sounds on. So you have to turn it on first. You have to click on the number. And once it turns orange, then it's on. And then boom, you can come over here and pick from one of these sounds. We're just gonna go ahead and add this moving pad. So let's mute it real quick. And this is what it sounded like before. All right, now if we add that pad on there. And it just gives it for a different sound. And then you can turn the gain up right here. We'll do that real quick. And then you can also split it up and pan it from left to right and turn the gain up from left to right side as well. So we're not going to do that right now, but let's go ahead and hop over here. And so now, boom, when you're looking over here, you have a whole new set of controls. So you can EQ different parts. So like I can EQ this pad if I want to. Got to make sure you turn it on first. And then they got saturator over here as well, so I can turn some saturation on it. Obviously it's got your envelopes up here, so it's got your ADSR. We're not really going to mess with that too much right now because, you know, you guys should pretty much know what that is. You can draw on your shapes on your velocity if you want to. You can mess with your pan, your pitch, and you can fine tune it. And then it's got an arpeggiator as well. And what's dope about this arpeggiator is that you can just arpeggiate different parts. So you don't even have to arpeggiate everything the same. You can arpeggiate stuff different in your layers, which is super dope to me. So let's go ahead and do a little arpeggiation. So we're just going to arpeggiate the pad. So obviously when you're arpeggiating things, you want to make sure that you keep everything in the proper notes, in the proper key, but you can raise this up 24 semitones, or you can, you know, take it down 24 semitones as well. And then you can mess with the velocity on each one of the hits. You can mess with the length that the note hits for how long it plays for. You can mess with the speed. You can add more steps. You can shuffle the steps if you want to, so it plays the steps random. So obviously this is going to be out of key. I already know it, but this is just for demonstration purposes. You can change the stride of the arpeggiation. So I mean, again, that's pretty dope. So let's go ahead and unmute that. And so then now over here in master, you have more effects. So you can put different kind of reverbs on there. They have a convolution reverb. With the convolution reverb, it has these different atmospheres. So church, dream, stick 1, stick 2, so on and so forth. It's got a filter, it's got tremolo, and then it's got another EQ. These effects affect all of the noises that are actually on the channel. So you can't break these down by separate noises. It affects everything at once. So, you know, again, so that's absolutely fire. I mean, you can do a whole lot with this. And then it just has the settings for the plugin over here as well. So let's go back and we'll play a few more presets. I'm not going to go through all the presets because, you know, obviously I don't want to be here all day, but I can't stress enough that I would definitely recommend grabbing this because you can do so much with this plugin. It's so fire. So let's go ahead and play the shimmer piano. All right, so let's go to something else. So let's go to some of these overlords are really nice as well. So let's go ahead and listen to this. So you hear how much that changes the sound. It's so fire. You can do so much. And that's not with messing with any of these effects or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and check out a few more. All right, guys, so that's the plugin for you in a nutshell. I didn't go through all the presets for obvious reasons. I didn't want to be here all day, but I would definitely recommend swooping it up. You can definitely use a lot of these sounds in whatever genre of music that you're making. You can do a whole lot with the sounds. You can make them your own. You can do a bunch of sound design within the plugin, which is always dope. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the plugin. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Sum, hit the key.